Hey everyone, today I'm going to be starting this new model. I'm going to be building this construction boulders by AMT. Decided to go with something different, non-military, nothing fancy, just nice working bulldozer. It just caught my eye. So I'm going to start construction of this. One thing I found interesting to start with, if anyone's ever done either this or another AMT, if they're like this, is on their sprues, they don't put no numbers on their sprues at all. There's no numbers or anything on the sprues. Everything is on the back of the box. They got labeled here, so you have to go off of this, off the instructions, off of this, and find the sprue to do it. So they do it kind of interestingly. So in this one, I'm going to be doing it kind of differently. Since the bulldozer's yellow, but I'm going to be repainting it. So everything that's yellow, I'm going to be repainting it with red primer. Then over the red primer, I'm going to be going over it with to me a flat yellow to bring the yellow back. But before I do that, over the primer, I'm going to seal it. Then I'm going to put chipping medium on it, then the yellow. So that way you can go through and start chipping off the paint and stuff on the yellow. And on top of the yellow, I'm going to use a MIG filter. This is brown for dark and desert yellow. But this actually, I tested out. It gives a good ward effect. So this bulldozer is not going to be brand new. It's going to be in service for a while. It's going to be my working bulldozer. So I'm going to assemble the pieces that I can, and all the metal ones, I'm going to be airbrushing those in like a dull aluminum. To dull them down a little bit, then weather them up, just with like the engine and stuff like that. So we're going to start the construction of the main engine. I'm going to do as much as I can on this, then I'm going to go through, do all the painting on it and stuff, then assemble it so I can get the chrome pieces and stuff that painted. So here we go with the first batch. What's really interesting about this is on the sheet it tells you what every piece is, from the compressor turbine, air cleaner bottom, air cleaner. So if you don't know anything about engines, you actually could pick up some handiwork on the construction of an engine. I mean, it's not technical and stuff like that, but you can get a good round idea how these things go together. So I'm going to try to do as much as I can. So I get nice little blocks, so when I prime them, it'd be easier doing stuff. Because even if you like spray them on here, when you take them off, you still have to go back and touch them all up and everything. So I kind of like to assemble them, then paint them, let them dry, do all that, then assemble it, then go back through so you can work any imperfections that you did out of it and stuff like that. So we start off. Some of these kind of, there's no hole or nothing, so this glue's there, so I'm going to hold off on that. Work my way through this. I got the final fuel filter. And that goes onto a chrome piece, which I have to paint that first with the metallics. So I won't be putting that on yet. This is the air cleaner. See, it goes like this, and we got this piece that goes kind of upward. Yeah, some of these, this must be an old mold because it's not very detailed on placement of the type. It's worn. It does just like that. It's the compressor inlet housing. Now, like the compressor and the exhaust turbine, those are chrome, so they're set aside. This is the exhaust outlet. That's on the other side of it. So hold that there. Then we come down here. We got, see how these attach. Okay, I see. They're going like that. All right. Got two little pegs there. Get that one out first. And this one attaches just like that. The opposite way. Now it's hold in place here until it glues up. I have to do the inlet manifold. Take because I don't want that attached. There we go. I'm going to glue this on. It glues right here. The exhaust to the exhaust manifold. That. Now this is main engine block. Got that glued up. Now, lots of little. So this, the oil filter attaches like that. Then you got the transmission oil cooler. It goes into these two holes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some research on this if these are any other colors too, because right now they just got them yellow. I gotta check out, see if they are other colors, if they're any chrome or black or white or other. So make everything should look what they should look like. All right, now we got the oil filter. That just glues on, just like that. What is it? Like this. It just glues just like that. Wait for it. That attaches right there. Let's see. Attaches right on that side there. Let that dry for a little bit. So we got here, got the oil pump. This goes on. Like that. And here we got the torque converters. And this, we got the universal joint. That on this side, we got the starter. Here we got the front cover here. It needs to be go together. Like this. We got okay, it goes like that. Yeah, okay. Gotta make sure you leave that. You get directly over that hole there. So make sure that hole is lined up. And we got the water pump that attaches here. Ooh, cleaned this, but I didn't look behind it. There is some bad mold marks on the back of this. So this must be an old mold. I don't know if you can hear, we got storms going on outside right now. Yeah, it's supposed to get a little rain today. It's been raining for almost 2 hours now. There you go. And the alternator goes right here. Alternator mount. Goes up just like that. Okay. So. And we'll do one quick down here. We got the oil pan, and we attach the dipstick. This pops on like that. We'll let that dry. Come back to the engine block. So. Let's see, just be really fitted. That goes on like that, locks like squeezing this up, make sure that the engine block is all sealed up together. All right. So on top side here we got the engine torque converter cooler. Okay. So these two holes. There we go. And I was making sure these line up together. There we go. Screw those together too, between the water pump and the cooler here. I'll put some more glue on the So let's slowly work this thing together. So we got the head. That would just glue on just like that. the side, add some extra glue. Make sure this whole thing just locks down. Some of these, they just shows like, ding, just like that. There's a hook, my little hook setup. Yeah, it's a rough idea. They're just showing a rough idea where this plugs into. It's like somewhere like right there. Okay. So we got a piece that goes there, wraps around this compressed air inlet that goes around the inlet manifold. Just like that. And we got the piece that goes right on top. Just letting it dry. Oops. So I'm just going to pop over to the next page really quick. Oh, no, I'm not. I knocked that thing off. One little nudge and it decides to come off. There it goes. Slide this stuff off for a second. Let me see me. Okay. We got lots. I got some parts, but don't show you how they attach. Well, the oil pad I know goes. Does these, because it doesn't show you where they attached. So I guess, oh, that must attach here, because it doesn't show it attaching there. But Alright, okay, we got this. This piece attaches to here into the water cooler. For the water manifold. There you grab a pair of pliers. That, oh. All right. So everything else will attach to chrome. Now I gotta put the oil pan on. Yeah, so there's a couple of little issues. You just have to work your way through. Hold that in place until completely. All right. Now the next step, once this is completely dry, I'm going to prime it with the flat red. Then I'm going to put the crackle on it. No, spray it red. Then put a sealer on it, seal the primer down. Then put the crackle on there. Then put the yellow on there. Then I have to do some research to see how these look. Like, do these manifolds completely rust up? Or were they even painted and stuff like that? Just get the idea of what the different pieces look like. Really, then to get the chrome pieces, get those sprayed. Again, then once I do that, get them all attached, and I do the weathering and get this piece weathered up to where it's chipped, but not with the dirt or any other liquid weathering, because I want to do the whole thing once the whole thing's assembled, to do it all at once. So that way it look then it will match all together. So until next time, I'll be seeing you guys. So keep on modeling.